Hello and welcome to the Season 13 DSFL Prospect Draft. I'm your host, Jiggly, and with me today is Dwyer and Raven.
Hello.
Aye.
Now I can stop with that, boys. So yeah, we've got the DSFL draft. Two of us are in this draft, actually. So that's exciting, right?
That's
The other
fun.
one actually has a good player. Oh,
Oh, snap.
I'm only like 40 TP behind or something like that.
On a
Maybe
Dwyer?
30.
what?
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 Okay, everyone's confused now. We're
What?
already recording. Let's go.
Yep.
So who do you think they're taking with the first pick here? I remember that when I was being scouted, they asked me Portland asked me who should they pick, me or Raven, and I basically told them take Raven. So I mean that's
Obviously.
what I'm expecting here.
Well, seeing
What
as
about you
I don't
Pythons
guys?
are.
think.
Go on.
I don't think they need a quarterback with this pick. They got Caleb McCoy, the DSFL greatest quarterback in history. So I think they'll be going with someone else other than quarterback with this pick.
Seeing as Pythons are snakes, if we're going to pick up a snake.
Snick.
Goddamn snakes.
Snake. But there's tons of great talent in this draft. So who knows who they'll pick with this first overall pick.
They're definitely gonna pick the worst person. Let's go. What's
I
the
think they
first
need
pick?
a defensive player with this pick. That's my prediction.
Excellent. I do think some defense is needed as well in Portland.
They need the D.
They do need a D.
They need that D.
Okay, Jiggly.
Let's move on. The first pick of the Season 13 DSFL Prospect Draft by the Portland Pythons is tight end out of the University of San Francisco, Stan Francisco, the player by Juosu, and currently has 73 TPE.
And in case you were wondering, University of San Francisco has not fielded a football team since 1982. So I don't know what he was doing there,
Yeah, I
but it
mean, I
wasn't
did
football.
I did research on this when creating Rose Jenkins because I wanted to have her have some connection to oh, her mom plays at San Francisco in the SHL, so I wanted to have her go to college in San Francisco. And it's like, oh, that they don't have a football team, so I didn't have her go to San Francisco. So I don't know what Josu's doing here. Don't know what she's playing at.
Gios was out here
But
getting
let's
her art degree, and then just
yeah,
decided,
art degree.
I'll go play college.
I'll just play football then. I didn't play football in college, and I've never played football before. But why not?
Might as well
Let's try
try.
it.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then apparently was enough to get him drafted first overall. Who pinged me? What the hell?
It wasn't
God
me.
damn it, Pingy.
Yeah, this is
And
an
Pingy.
interesting pick because Portland currently has two strong tight ends on their roster, and both got sent back down. So it'll be interesting. I'm pretty sure at least one of their tight ends are going to be playing wide receiver for him this year. It'll be interesting to see how they handle that.
Yep.
So, who do you guys think for the second pick? It's not going to be one of me or Raven because they're going to get Cooter Bigsby in the second round. So, who would it be?
Also interesting to note is that this is actually a traded pick just before the draft.
Yeah, it was traded, but people posted it on the forums instead of posting it so we could make this interesting. So RIP.
Bunch of dums. Basically,
Big
second,
dum-dums.
second and third got switched around, plus a player of some types. I don't remember the trade exactly.
Some kind of player.
Yep, I
A
posted.
player of some types. There's that.
Nope. Actually, it was a fourth round pick for next season to Chijuana.
So you were 100% wrong.
I was
That
absolutely
is
correct.
a weird trade.
I mean,
That
you.
is a weird trade.
I mean, you basically, if you're Chijuana, yeah, basically it's trade second and third, and you get a fourth out of it. Not sure if next season's gonna be a D draft, but you get a pick out of it, I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
And if you know for certain you can get a certain player at free, then you might as well trade.
So, with the second pick of the Season 13 DSFL Prospect Draft, the San Antonio Marshals select out of Ohio State University defensive end Joseph Henry.
Joseph
To my
Henry.
calculation, Joseph Henry currently has 59 total TPE.
That's Uncle Leo's comrade.
That's a bit of
This
a
was a
head
guy
scratch.
that came over from the Reddit, by the way.
Is it?
Yes, it
Because
is. That's why I said it.
I have seen this dude around on sim sites before. Uncle Leo's comrade. Like I am almost 100% sure that he's on the Gomit shell as
It's
well
Well,
as
if
interesting
other
he
because
is,
places.
then he came around from the same time as Reddit. So I'm just gonna say that he came over from Reddit.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
it's interesting because he's only collected his 5 TPE for free training and 2 activity checks, and I don't even think he has the most recent activity check.
does he not? Let's have a look see on the forums if we can
Which
find
one is
one.
it? He has number 88.
Nah, he's been online today. 88, I think it's the latest. So
Hmm,
is
interesting.
it the latest? I think it is. Nope, I'm actually wrong. It's 89's the latest. So he hasn't
Yeah.
done that one, or he hasn't claimed that one yet. I've seen that he was online today, and he posted a Twitter today, so he's getting money from Twitter.
So he's getting that cash money. We all know that.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's doing something. This is a head scratcher for a first rounder, but I mean, in general, it seems like an okay pick.
I mean, it's a defensive player, and you can never go wrong with a defensive player. And if they're slow updating, that means you can have them around for maybe a little longer.
Yeah, San Antonio only has 2 defensive linemen right now, so this is good for their needs. And obviously, if you were wondering about how to make a good front 7 player, uh, time consumer over here, he knows what to do. He
Yeah,
Oh
knows how to
yeah, for
bring
TC
it
is
sure.
in.
the best line pick,
Anyone going to San Antonio will probably come out looking pretty decent.
especially defensive players. So, on to the next one. It's Tijuana Luchadors at number 3, and so this is where one of us is going to get picked. I think.
All right.
Yeah, I think that one
Yeah,
of us is going to get picked here. Don't they need a
Portland,
quarterback?
not Portland. Tawana needs a quarterback, and I think the fact that Raven can't pronounce Tawana apparently.
I can.
Is going to mean that they're going to pick me.
Tijuana.
There you go.
I am a fan of
The Lucadors.
the Tijuana soccer team, so I mean that's just perfect for me.
I mean,
They do have Daniel Amon, or however you say that name, but that guy is inactive AF, so
yeah, and
that's
it's
not really going to stop him
just
from getting a
61
quarterback.
TPE. And if Jiggly is correct, I did spend my DFA season with the Luchadors, so if they want me back, then they can
Yeah, so
pick me up
if you
here.
were there already, they'd probably be picking you up here then. So, with the third pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Tijuana Luchadors select out of Louisiana State University quarterback Corvo Haverin. That's Raven.
Hello, that's me.
And his render is Sam Bradford, so he's already been ruled out for the season.
A rip.
Yep, 149 TPE,
That sounds about
which I
right.
think is the second most in the entire draft.
Yeah, I'm probably behind T. I was 2
Yeah,
TP behind
TC.
TC because
Yeah, he's
he
got
claimed
151.
the Christmas TP from the free giveaway. He claimed on his new play, and I claimed it on Turk. So that's the only reason he's 2
Still
TP
gonna be a
ahead of
bust
me.
though. That doesn't matter. Big bust pick.
Just
Big bust.
big bust. We'll never update from this point forward. Quitting the league right now, dropping my mic. Goodbye.
Okay, cool. He's recording. So, Coyotes. With one of the quarterbacks gone, I mean, Coyotes don't need a quarterback. So that means that I'm going to be waiting a while. I might be
They
waiting a while.
don't need a quarterback, but they probably will soon.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's they've got Butchler.
Bushler.
Yep.
Buchler?
Buchler.
Bechamel sauce.
Boucher.
Bobby
And
Boucher.
he's season 12. He seems to be.
Bastian Schweinsteiger.
You're right. Yeah, he's probably like a season or two out from going up. I would say
What's his pro team?
his protein.
His pro team.
He's got a lot of protein in his diet.
So many protein. He is with he was drafted to, was it Colorado? Yeah, I think it was Colorado last season.
Man, Colorado has like a couple of good quarterbacks in the system.
I mean, yeah, you might as well. It's a position that you need. So
It is certainly a
because
position.
Kyle
Can
McCormick
we get
is
confirmation
bad at
on?
quarterback.
Can we get confirmation that
Anyone who
this
made
is
a
a
kicker,
position?
huh? What'd you say?
Can we get confirmation that quarterback is a position? We need some
That's
fast
fake
fact
news.
checking here. We
I
need some
I don't
fact
know
check.
where you got that ridiculous information from.
From me.
Okay, we're gonna say we're gonna say that quarterback is not a real position then.
Right? It's all
Cool, that's
fake.
what we've decided. So, with the fourth pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select out of the University of Delaware defensive tackle Maxwell Beard. That is John Stradamus.
That's a cool name, Beard.
This is a
Yeah,
pick.
that is
Good.
certainly
Yep.
a pick. I don't know. I can't find
Excellent.
his, I couldn't find his update thread before we started the draft. There's quite a few players that I couldn't find their update threads, mostly because I didn't try that hard.
Fair enough.
But John Stradamus is a good guy. I think he had a lineman originally in this league,
Uh
right?
huh. If you say so, I believe you.
I think so. And I think he's also had a defensive player before, a defensive line player before. So I think he'll be fine.
So he goes around a bit
He's
with
an
his players.
experienced he's an experienced user at this point, and they didn't need a lineman, so it's definitely something that they can get use out of. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean, defense is always something that you be looking at.
So Portland is up again. You think they're going to take quarterback?
Portland, will they take a quarterback? It's a good question. What do you think, Jiggly?
I don't know if they will.
I
It's an
mean,
I don't
interesting
know.
scenario at this point where I mean,
They could
San Antonio obviously has their guy coming, and then
yep,
Tijuana already
just got
got
their guy.
their player
their franchise
and
star.
franchise busts. Um, the Coyotes and the Pythons both don't need a quarterback right now,
But
but they probably
can
will
get
in
one.
the near future, maybe even as soon as next season. So it'll be interesting how that works out for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Will they go early to get a quarterback, or will they pick a guy who can help them out this season right away?
We're going to see now with the fifth pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft. The Portland Pythons select out of the University of Texas linebacker Leighton Lee. That is Young Cricket.
Leighton Lee.
I do not have his update page either.
So we got the true Texan doing the quarterback work, and now they pick up the University of Texas player Leighton Lee. There's connection there.
Yeah, Portland is relocating to become the Austin Hippie Hicks.
Oh man, I already had the Austin Mockingjays. Like that I still have that logo that NG made.
Excellent.
But yeah, this is definitely, I guess, a low risk, high reward pick because there's concerns about activity since he went inactive for a while. But Jalen Lee, his previous create, is pretty much a first ballot Hall of Famer guaranteed. So
Yeah, so you got a player on your hands that can become something if they're around.
right, if
Yep.
he's around, he's gonna make a great linebacker. But
Yeah, that'd be the interesting thing to
we don't know
see.
for sure if he's gonna be around. But
Exactly.
he's got the know how to make a top notch player.
Yeah, for sure. If he sets his will to it and he's actually around, then you can expect this to be a good player. But it'll be interesting to see, will he be around or will he disappear?
None of us know.
Jon Snow.
Crow. So, Luchadors got their quarterback. So, what else do they need?
What else do they need? I mean, the question is, what do they not need? Am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, defense is always nice to have. They got some running back, wide receivers going on. I'd say maybe some defensive end. Maybe they found a good player in the draft they can put on
Yeah,
defense.
defensive line, probably.
Looking around, they have a lot of like they have a ton of wide receivers, but they only have one that's like has reasonable
Good.
TPE, and I believe he's being called up this season. So it'll be interesting how that works because they've got a lot, but they don't have really anyone that's good.
Yeah.
Because their best guy just got called up, so maybe they want to go wide receiver here.
They got volume, but they don't got quality.
Well,
So,
there
with
you
the
go.
sixth pick of the Season 13 DSFL Prospect Draft, the Tawana Luchadors select out of Troy University defensive tackle Dingus Hunk by Beyond Beyonder. And I do have the update page for this guy. He's got, okay, very hard to read this. Hold on.
Is it in
Almost
English,
got it.
Jiggly?
It is 57 TPE.
Nice. Well, I mean, I think we know for now. If you want to get drafted high, make a defensive lineman because that's 3 defensive linemen in the first 6 picks. So
Yep.
these guys are clearly in high demand.
So like, yeah,
Teams are looking for those defensive linemen.
like I said, go defense. You'll just get picked up for sure. And I mean, you can never really go wrong, right, with defense. Defensive
Yeah, this is
games.
definitely this is fills a need. I think a big part of it too is just because of how defensive linemen are. You can pretty much step into a starting role in the NSFL right away. So there's a lot of upheaval in the DSFL with these linemen.
So, we already know who this is, so we're just going to skip right into it.
All right.
With the seventh pick of the seventh pick of the Season 13 DSFL Prospect Draft, Tawana Luchadors select out of. Wait a second, no, it's not Tawana Luchadors. It said the card says Tawana Luchadors. Okay, San Antonio Marshals select out of the University of Arkansas, quarterback Cooter Bigsby.
Cooter Bigsby from Arkansas.
Arkansas.
So yeah, Time Consumer gets picked up
And
finally.
Razorbacks. And apparently got drafted by Tawana instead of his own team.
Yeah, he got drafted by Tijuana.
Very odd.
He got drafted by Tijuana.
Tijuana.
Provoking Infinite's most valuable user now.
Yeah, we have to get rid of it now.
You can't keep slipping up like this.
He doesn't deserve it anymore. Who are we giving it to? We're giving it to me, right? Yeah. Outer Bias.
Yep.
He's got 151 TPE. What's really going to be interesting is what we see the NSFL draft for him, because we know that he's going to the Marshals, but with this draft, but it's the next draft that's going to be interesting because anybody can pick it up. He might go first overall. So moving on.
I mean, there's definitely chances that he will be picked up very high, depending on how strong the class is.
The Yellowknife rates are already pulling to recruit him basically already.
Well, there you go.
Tampering very hard.
TC for first overall in season 14. Let's go.
Yep. That is true.
Hashtag tank for Bigsby.
Tank it. God, what is the thread even called? I gotta check. The Yellowknife Wraith's general chat channel is currently called the official Cooter Bigsby Tamper channel. So I'm pretty sure they really want him.
There you go. I mean, definitely a QB of the future if you can pick this dude up.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what he does this year. He has the most TPE in the draft, I believe. As I said before, it's basically him, then Raven, and maybe then me. I'd have to check everybody else, but I may have third most, which, whatever. So does that mean that I get picked up right here, number 8 by the Kansas City Coyotes, my old team that I used to GM, moved them to Chicago, like tanked them horribly, and then left?
I mean, I think it's a chance when you look at it, because looking around, they don't really have a need. Kansas City seems pretty set. Especially looking at their send downs, they seem to have a lot of people come back.
If they don't have a need, then they could just do anything here.
But there's also no need for a QB per se. With Bechamel cells looking to be around for like at least 2 more seasons, I'd say, looking at TP totals.
Yeah, maybe. You don't know really. I mean, this is something that's hard to predict because it looks like they can go anywhere with this pick.
Yeah, true.
And with the 8th pick in the Season 13 DSFL Prospect Draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select out of San Jose State kicker Alfredo Crisco. That is Ryan 0413.
Ooh. So they go for the kicker.
That's actually a Alfredo Thigh Master Crisco, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
The
Alfredo
f-
Thighmaster Crisco.
the
It says it on his
thick.
update page, which I just clicked over to.
Yep. So yeah,
Uh,
we were
he
definitely
has
wrong here.
74 TP.
We didn't notice that there's a need for kickers because Frost is going up to the NSFL right away, so there was need for a kicker on the Kansas City side. So
Cool. That's their one need.
That's true. I
So-
did not notice that.
what more do you go for than the thick Thigh Master Crisco?
Trust Raven to notice the kicker.
Yep, you know it. Kicker man. Make kicker box a thing.
Oh,
Make Boss a kicker. Bring
Damn,
back
that
Mike
boy
Boss,
thick,
but put him
though.
at kicker. Yeah, that guy is woo. That is
He's thick.
damn.
a, lo-
So it's
a
the
lot of
Coyotes
C's
again.
on there.
So it's the Coyotes again, and so
The
since they got
back-to-back.
their, it's the back-to-back pick. They got their kicker.
Yeah.
They filled all their needs. They're going quarterback now.
I'm gonna say they're gonna go offense.
I think they could go
So,
quarterback,
quarterback, yeah.
but it's hard to say still because, I mean, yeah, I don't know who they're gonna pick.
Who
I
will
mean,
they-
as we said, it's whatever, man. With the 9th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select out of the University of Georgia safety Cody Cup. That is user 3-man weave.
Damn,
And
I was
Cody Cup
wrong.
has, God, I don't even, these fucking update pages. Fix your goddamn update pages, kids.
Jiggly, calm down.
Fix your goddamn update pages.
Jiggly, think about the
I
kids.
think it's 7. They got 57 TPE. I think they have 57 TPE.
Well, you heard it here first.
Interesting because I believe that Kansas has 4 defensive backs right now, so they could be maybe looking to put him at linebacker. And it looks like Bond and Verdun got set back down, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's also Jefferson, also a safety. So there's
This may
definitely.
be one of those maybe one of those picks where like they're a friend of one of the GMs or something, and they're like, yeah, sure, I know this guy, we should bring him in. I know that's how we got Mark Spector on the Otters, because Westy is friends with Spector in real life, and he was like, hey, my friend's coming over to join the NSFL. That is the only good draft pick I have ever made in my entire career as a GM. So yeah,
Good
Nice
job by you.
advertisement for you.
Yep.
yeah, it's the only good thing that I've ever done as a GM.
Hire Jiggly.
Yeah,
So-
this isn't a bad pick by any means. I believe
Yeah,
this
it's
guy
not
is
a bad
another
pick.
Reddit guy. It's just I'm not sure how much it'll help right away, but certainly
We'll
a
see
good
what
guy
happens.
who has some potential.
Yep,
We'll
definitely.
see what happens.
It's that defense again. There's so many defensive plays going so early on.
Yeah, this is definitely a defensive heavy draft.
Yeah.
Looking at there's like for instance, there's not even a running back. Usually DSFL ruled by running backs, and this year there's not even one available in the draft.
This year there's
0.
4 quarterbacks.
4 quarterbacks. Yep.
One of them could turn into a running back. We don't know.
So yeah.
So it's not going to be me or Raven because we've signed a suicide pact. Anyway, so with the 10th pick, what are you guys thinking for Tawana? You guys were talking about getting a wide receiver earlier, right?
Yeah, we were. For
Yeah, I was saying
Joanna.
that 'cause they've got the quantity but not the quality at wide receiver. Maybe they're looking to actually give that one bust quarterback that they just drafted in the first round some help.
We're going to
Please.
check this
Get
out
an
now.
offensive liner to save me.
With the 10th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Tawana Luchador select out of Ohio State University wide receiver Brett Taccone. That is the user Nick Mo595,
Yep.
or it could be Nick M0595. I can't tell. There's no slash in the circle
That's
there.
definitely
So.
a hard read for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, Brett Taccone. Like the name.
He's got 57 TPE, as do most of these players.
I mean, to be honest, we just had the draft the recruitment last week, so
Yeah.
they're going to be on that first set of TP, and then hopefully this week they come back and trinkle in some more.
I mean, whatever, man. I mean, I've got 103.
I mean, have you
Yeah,
been
that's
have you been picked yet though?
That's
Shut
just
up.
like your
Exactly.
opinion, man.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Talk to me when
God,
you've
I
been
really
picked.
hope he. that teaser for the Super Bowl commercial with uh Bridges, and he's probably gonna be selling something as
I don't know. I've been boycotting the Super Bowl because the past 2 years have been matchups between my three least favorite teams, and I just don't appreciate it.
Fair enough.
the Super Bowl is the only football game that I watch all the way through
Go Rams.
all year.
Boo!
Go Rams.
Fuck
Look,
yeah.
who
Fuck
do we
you,
hate
Raven.
more? We gotta decide who we
I
hate
hate the
more in
Rams
this
way
situation.
more. I'm from St.
Okay,
Louis. I hate
cool.
them with a passion.
This isn't about who's your favorite. This year isn't about who's your favorite. This year is about who do you hate more.
But
And
I like
I
the Rams.
personally hate the
I hate the Rams.
I love them.
Personally, I hate the
We can't be
Patriots.
friends anymore, Raven.
We, you assume we were friends from the start? Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Ouch. This is a public breakup.
Getting cold on you.
With the 11th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect
I think
draft,
defense.
with the 11th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the San Antonio Marshals select out of Clemson University wide receiver
Damn.
Drew Maddox. That is A.T. Coven.
Maddox. Didn't we have a user like back in the day who was also named Maddox?
Stanislaw Maddox. Yeah, Stanislaw
Yeah, we've
Maddox.
had a few guys coming around named Maddox.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember he's the guy who sent me who sent me Chance the Rapper's first two mixtapes.
Let's do that hockey.
That's interesting.
Yeah, let's do that hockey,
Let's
guys.
do that hockey. Wait, wrong sim site.
Do I have his TPE? Yes, I do, and he has 65 TPE.
Oh damn! So he's ahead of the curve. Did he update?
Yeah,
Did he
he's
update
got one
today?
extra. He just updated 2 days ago. Yes, we're pre-recording
GG.
this on the day of, so it's not a different day. 2 days ago. There we go.
Good
And
job.
I think that's a nice steal for San Antonio. They don't really need a wide receiver now, but their two number one wide receivers are probably going to get called up after this season. They're sent down now, but they're probably going to get called up next. So once they get called up, this is a nice guy to slot right into wide receiver one, and he looks promising. So it's a good pick by DC.
Like the look of it.
So we're coming back up on the gauntlet of are they going to pick Rose Jenkins, or even the other quarterback that's here that I forgot his name. I always forget his name. I just know the username's Red Dude.
Red Dude. Was it Radkin?
Yeah, Red Dude.
I forget.
I have his update page pulled up.
I don't think he's even
Adam
red.
Harden.
I think that's fake news.
Harden. That's
Adam
it.
Harden. Yeah. So, is this where someone like Rosie or Harden are gonna go?
You'd think so.
You'd think so, but you'd be so wrong.
You'd be
Anyway,
so wrong. Like
You'd
we,
be
like
so
like
wrong.
we said, they have everything already. Like they're not really looking for something specific. Maybe like a running back would be nice, but there's no running backs in this draft. So
Yeah.
and they've got a quarterback, which yeah,
Looking for a player that you might be able to convert to a running back. That might be something as well.
I
might
think.
also.
I mean, I would say Rosie, but also I've said that already, and look how
Yeah, we've
wrong
said
I
that
was.
multiple times already, and nothing's happening.
I would just say
flat
maybe
player
at this
pick.
point it's a little risky to keep waiting because the lower you get, more Portland's maybe like, oh, let me draft this guy for the future,
Exactly.
or draft this guy to maybe change whatever the plan is. But still, like the longer you wait now,
The longer you wait,
more
the
easier
more
it is
time
for
they
Portland
drop
to
down.
say, hey, I'll spend a pick on the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
So let's see what they do.
So, with the 12th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select out of the University of Michigan safety Cam Poole, that is CB9. And do I have his update page? Yes, I do. He is at. God, I can't tell. Fix your update pages, damn it. All I know is
They're
that his
just new. They're just
jersey
learning.
numbers changed to number 22.
Jiggly, stop being rude to the kids. They're learning how to play the game.
Fix your goddamn.
And here you are yelling at
play-
them like
You play to win the game.
You play to win the game.
yelling like an angry old person. Like, get off my lawn, fix your update pages, young kids.
Get off my goddamn lawn. I mean, I've been told that I'm the youngest 40-something-year-old.
How are you
Oh,
the
no.
youngest 40-year-old?
I'm 19, but everywhere I go. I'm the guy
Which is
yelling,
always
"Get off my lawn!"
what?
Yeah. What?
Well, the more you know
Cool.
about
Let's move on.
Jiggly. But what do,
Yeah,
we,
this
what
is
do,
an
what do you think of
interesting
Pool?
one. I think Poole. I think is. I don't. I don't know if
He's
these are
certainly a
Reddit
player.
guys. There's certainly a lot of Reddit guys that
This
I'm
is
like, oh,
very
I think
interesting
this
because they
was, but I'm
picked
not
up
sure.
2 safeties. They've picked up 2 safeties in the 3rd round.
Yep, this round was 2 safeties and 2 wide receivers.
Damn.
Well, I
That
mean,
nice
2 safeties
mirrored
for the Kansas City Coyotes specifically.
specifically as well, yeah.
And it's interesting because I said like I think they already have good safeties, a good, and I think they might have had one opening because I believe after further looking that Jeff Jefferson's getting called up,
Alright, yeah.
but I think that left them just one opening, and they just drafted 2 people to fill that opening. So I don't know what they're gonna split time between those guys, or if they were just getting insurance in case they were off the first time. I'm not sure.
Yeah, definitely leaves open to question what their motives were behind this.
And this leaves number 13 wide open for Rosie Jenkins to be selected by the Portland Pythons here.
Do the Pythons really need a quarterback though?
Well, yeah, but whatever.
They got the McCoy lad. He'll be around for a good while as well.
I'm gonna just go off on a limb and say they draft offensive lineman because I don't know. Firebread's
There's
a
a
loose
single
cannon. We don't know
offensive
what he's gonna
lineman.
do.
Yep,
There
for
is a
sure.
single offensive lineman in the draft, so they could possibly go for an offensive lineman, or they could get a kicker.
They
Because
could
why not? We do weird things in the DSFL. So with the 13th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Portland Pythons select out of West Virginia University linebacker Ricky Balzi.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Yeah, Ricky Ambalze, the left LB.
Morty.
Yep. What do you think?
I think this is a good pick. Obviously, they're taking this is their second linebacker. They're going heavy on the linebackers, and I believe I've seen this guy around, like on Discord. I could be wrong,
Excellent.
but I
If he's
believe
active.
Oh yeah, Baron Bon
I've seen
Jovi.
him around more than once.
He was brought into the PBE. I believe he is a teammate of mine on either Utah or the Swans.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
maybe
that's
both.
where I saw him from because I'm on Utah.
Yeah, I mean, if they land an active user at 13, that's good.
No,
to
he's
them.
on the Swans. He's on the Swans.
You take that.
But yeah, they've got
he's active.
They got 3 linebackers, but 2 of them are like one's like 50, 70 p, the other one's 60.
Yeah,
So they just drafted 2 guys to replace them. That's definitely good to get those linebackers, and you can play the other guys at defensive line even if you need it. So definitely some good picks. Looks like an active user. So
yeah, he's absolutely active.
I mean,
I was talking to him the other day. He listened to me play guitar for a while.
I mean, excellent. If he survived that, then he can survive anything.
If he survived that,
if he did that,
anything.
he can definitely survive the grind of updating here.
Yep. Basically, 2 updates is better than their second best linebacker. So he should go for it.
So
overall, great pick. Solid.
Tawana, do they get another wide receiver then?
I think they're gonna pick another quarterback.
Yeah, they're gonna take Harden, probably.
Me and the offensive lineman in the draft, we have a special connection because we're both from LSU. So maybe they're like, hey, let's bring the band back together. I'm used to him being my OL, so let's bring him in as well. You never know.
Also, there's no more wide receivers in the draft, so they are not.
Do you even know who the guy is?
Staley was wrong. No.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's from LSU, so sorry.
Yeah,
clearly
I canonically know him.
They're gonna go there.
They'll go with a kicker. They're gonna go with a kicker. Fuck it, man.
That'd be a kicker.
So with the 14th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Tawana Luchadores select out of Louisiana State University offensive lineman Ma Goomba. That is Ape.
Goomba.
Goomba.
I believe I have his.
That's a great name. I love that name.
Right
and yeah, I guess Raven was right that they are bringing back the connection. I guess he had some draft secrets. Pretty sure he just leaked, so he's going to be banned after this.
Oh no!
Excuse me. He's got 57 TPE. That's all. He can carry on.
You think I looked at the draft to see my name? Was like, I'm done here. But yeah, offensive lineman coming in.
OL.
That's one away from LOL.
Oh well, it's an OL.
I mean,
So
if they're active,
San
that's gonna be cool.
Antonio, what?
I said if they're gonna be active, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
And we need more OLs
this
in
is
the
a
league.
very weird thing. Yeah, like we lost a lot of offensive linemen after they were like, yeah, we're gonna have
You heard
bot
it here
linemen.
first. Make OL great again.
Yep.
Make OL great again.
Glorious OL.
Do you think whoever gets drafted here to to the Marshals is gonna position switch to an OL?
Yeah,
Yes, guaranteed.
confirmed.
Cool.
Will it be
So with the
Jiggly?
15th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the San Antonio Marshals select out of the University of Florida linebacker Thad Castle. That is the user A Worm. And do I have? Oh no, I'm
A worm.
clicking on other things. I'm
Well,
clicking on other things.
I've
He's
seen good stuff from A Worm. I think that's solid.
this is
he has 55 TPE.
excellent. Well, this is clearly the best pick of the draft because they drafted the best character in BMS. So
Yeah.
good job,
I mean,
San Antonio.
hopefully he plays like he did at BMS. We'll see.
Let's hope he does. Because in that case, he'd be an excellent, definitely a first overall pick in the next NSFL draft if he does play like that.
And the acronym for the league would definitely be fitting for that moment.
So, do you guys think that the wait is long enough?
Sorry.
Do you think Rosie's finally going to get picked by one of these two teams within these next two picks?
No, definitely,
Nah, at this
definitely
point,
not.
I just think he's just gonna go and.
I mean, at this point,
Undrafted. Yep.
at this point, you might as well have her go out undrafted. But like, but I mean, of these two teams, who do you think would want her more? You got a team like Portland. Toasty and I are very close. And Kansas City Coyotes, I'm already in their locker room. I'm technically their house ghost. So, like,
I mean,
who would be the ones to take me here?
let's look at it. Like Kansas City already skipped you 4 times, and
Kansas
Portland
City
did
skipped me 4
3
times.
times.
Portland skipped me 3 times. So clearly,
I mean,
man, that's a
whoever
tough
needs
one.
a
Who's gonna skip me
quarterback more,
So then
I
who
would say that Kansas City needs a quarterback more, just because Beauchelet is probably going to be called up first. But at the same time, I don't know. I can't tell you.
You hit it here first.
We don't know. We don't know anything. We haven't looked forward in this draft. We totally haven't gone over this entire thing.
We haven't.
I have. With the 16th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select out of Northern Illinois University quarterback Rose Jenkins.
What a bust.
Daughter, the biggest well, I mean,
to be honest, it's so low. I think
she can't be a bust.
Yeah,
she can only be a steal. She can only be a steal or just whatever.
Yeah, really. I mean, when Rosie fails this, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
it won't be a surprise given how low.
It won't be a surprise.
It won't be.
She's the daughter of not league legend, but Orange County legend, Leroy Jenkins, and her mother is the SHL player Dakota Reed. So yeah.
How does that fit time-wise, though? Timeline-wise?
I had to do a lot of fixing. She was born before Dakota was a teen mom, so that's one major change to her story.
Also,
but
suddenly,
I mean, it's all worked. Rose Jenkins is also like she only went to NIU for her freshman year. She found out that there was no rule against her just declaring for the DSFL draft right away. So yeah, that's my reasoning here for how she's able to be of age to play in the DSFL.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's what we've got so far. But it's gonna be interesting because now we've got one more quarterback still on board. So are they gonna go here too? Adam Harden.
I think they have to go defense.
Oh wait, I forgot to mention my TPE. I currently have, as of today, 103 TPE. Nobody's updated me yet though.
Good. Don't update Jiggly ever.
Damn, got him.
Got him.
Never update Jiggly.
They've got two defensive players left in this draft: a defensive end and a cornerback. And Portland currently has one defensive lineman
Well, I mean,
and
there's two
two
kickers left.
defensive backs. So I think they
Of
might
the
need
Oh, they pick.
anyone at this point.
Yeah, like
of,
defense
of
for
the
sure.
of the players left, there's two kickers. There's two defensive players. One of them's a cornerback. The other one's a defensive end, and then a quarterback. So, do you think that they're? I mean, they could, since everybody else picked up a quarterback in this draft. Do you think they just wait on getting that other quarterback until the end?
I mean,
Do you
at
think
this
they put
point,
it
No,
off
you
it's
until
a
the
lot.
end?
would. Like, no one else is gonna pick one up probably. So,
Yeah.
but again, they also have two kickers currently on their team with kick puncher and Roderick Castleberry. So would they pick up another kicker?
Maybe.
No, they got to go defense. I don't know which one,
Yeah,
but at this
they've got-
point, just defensive back and defensive line are
Yeah,
just too
there's
much of a
two-
need.
There's still two defenders in this draft. They're going to go for one of them. So, with the 17th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Portland Pythons select out of Duke University cornerback Stanley Marshall. That is the user Sableye.
Sableye. My favorite Pokemon, Sableye.
This is really your favorite Pokemon.
No.
It's a Pokemon.
I was about to say. I mean, I'm not. I don't hate Sableye, but if it's your favorite Pokemon, you're probably. I don't know about that.
Yeah. You're probably neglected as a child. There, it's been said. But yeah, Sableye, definitely a good Pokemon. But Stanley Marshall, probably the thing we should be looking at more.
I just looked up the Pokemon. Not a fan. Not a fan of it.
Well, I mean, it's not Rotom fan. I mean, definitely, it's Sableye. It's not Rotom fan, dude.
It's Dark Ghost type. I mean,
Oh, come on.
Category Darkness. Wow, who is this edgelord?
I can't believe you fucking just went off my joke like that, for fuck's sake.
Wait, what did you
Who is
say? I
this
was
Edgelord?
looking at draft stuff.
Okay, well, he said, Sableye, I'm not a fan. And I said, well, of course it's not a fan. It's not Rotom fan, which is actually a fan Pokemon.
Who the? What
I wasn't even
generation
paying
is that?
attention to what you
Generation
said.
4.
Sableye,
Well, I don't. Oh wait.
Sableye
No,
is
I don't know what you're
Generation
talking about.
6. It's Generation 6.
3. Sableye Generation 3, Jiggly.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
dude,
this right
come
now
on.
and it
It's
says Generation
Hoenn!
6.
It's
It's
Sableye.
Hoenn, dude.
You're probably looking at Mega Sableye. Sableye.
I saw something that says Generation 6.
Yeah,
and it's
probably Mega Sableye.
Dude,
God, how
I
many
Don't
people
debate
play
me on
Bulbapedia
Pokemon,
need?
bro.
I played Ruby so much, dude. Don't even. Come on, let's
Yeah.
go. It's definitely 3.
Gen 3 sucked. Let's go on.
You suck.
Oh, okay. I saw the wrong things then. Yeah, it is
Okay,
Generation
well
3,
let's
whatever.
actually talk about the
Can I
guy.
read? Can I read out the
Yeah,
Pokedex
let's- no.
entry
No,
for
No.
we've already
Talk about-
wasted too much time. We gotta actually talk about the player
Sableye's
that got
unique
drafted.
type combination.
Shut the fuck
makes it-
up. So yeah, Stanley Marshall, they got a cornerback like
Do you
said.
have his update page, Jiggly?
No, I do not have his update page. I do have his Bulbapedia entry.
Shut up.
Oh,
But yeah, like you said, Dwyer, they went for defense here.
Yeah, it was something they needed at this point. You just gotta go with it.
So then this is where the two kickers are going to get taken then. So with the 18th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Tawana Luchadors select out of the University of Pennsylvania kicker Stephen Harris Jr., user Winston Kadogo, legendary kicker,
Holy
legendary
shit.
inactive kicker.
Probably the best kicker.
Yeah,
I-
Way better than Turk Turkleton.
No, like in my opinion, I think Stephen Harris was the best kicker in league history.
Yeah, honestly, I think so too. I just didn't want to say it to hurt your feelings, but you just said it, so it's
Look,
okay.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
trust me,
it's fine.
I've been saying this for like months, like years, that Stephen Harris is my favorite kicker of all time.
Yeah, honestly, if he stayed around and stayed, I guess not active.
Don't
to
say
stay
that,
active,
don't say that.
But stuck around to watch.
But if he stayed around enough to have a longer career and didn't get like cut at some point, and
yeah,
just
like
didn't
banked
play,
all of his
I think
TPE.
he could have been Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
He
easily.
stayed around, stayed active, but banked all of his TPE and waited until regression to add that TPE
Yeah, just stop
on.
at 200 and then just bank from there. and then
God,
you're golden.
that is a beautiful idea, guys. If you want to make a kicker, do that.
You heard it here first. Do that.
Do
But
that.
yeah, I mean they do have a kicker, Kyle Frost, but he is only 73 TPE, so
Which is perfect for a kicker.
no, you got to get around like the 150, 200.
No, wait,
Dude.
no. Kyle Frost is getting called up.
And I'm pretty sure he got sent down. I just saw
No,
it.
is he? Did he get sent
I thought
down?
you were saying. I thought
Oh,
you
I
That
said
know.
gets
that.
sent
Oh, wait,
down.
no,
Like
no.
you have
Yeah,
no
no, no.
option to see it.
I was thinking of Alaska. I thought that was Alaska's flavor a second. No, Frost will probably
That's
be.
Alex Frost, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why Kansas City took that guy,
That's a
the
different
previous
Frost.
kicker in the draft.
Crisps. But yeah, definitely.
So, with the 19th pick
Wait,
of the
don't
season,
hold on.
whatever.
Don't
We
go
were
so
already
fast,
talking
bro.
about whatever.
We
We're
gotta
gonna
talk about
finish
this next
this.
pick.
Raven needs to sleep.
I
He
do.
doesn't need sleep.
I do like slumber.
Well, too
It's
fucking
like
bad, bud.
it's like 11:22. It's almost midnight there. Did I guess it correctly?
Close enough.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh, I sound so
Yay!
happy.
I did math in my head.
At this point, San Antonio doesn't really need any of the
Anything.
three things that are available because they've got a solid
yeah,
kicker who's
really,
staying down. They've
clearly,
got a
it's
lineman that
either
they already drafted one, and they already have a quarterback. So pretty much they're good. I don't know who they're gonna take.
because it's TC, he's gonna go for the defensive player.
Probably.
So, with the 19th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the San Antonio Marshals select out of the University of Illinois defensive end James Andrews. That is the user Popes Don't Run. I like that username.
What
That is
the?
a great username.
You can't wear these colors around here, cuz.
That is such a random username.
I love that username.
The Popes can't run though. So yeah, the
No.
defensive end going to San Antonio. Probably gonna get if
I'm
he's
sure- I'm
active. TC will shape him up to be the next big thing, probably.
I'm sure Pope Francis probably has the best 40-yard dash out of any Pope.
I don't think we can say that for sure.
We can't say that for sure, but I mean, like, I'm
check
gonna
it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb there and say it.
Can we get a Pope
Look,
down?
I'm pretty sure
Can we get-
JP2
can we get
had
a
some
Pope
killer
on?
40 times in the day.
Yeah, but like by the time that he was Pope, though, that's the thing.
All I remember about what's
I
his
love
name,
PJP
Pope Francis,
too,
is that
but-
like the day he got like, I don't know, however popes get elected or something. But
Yeah, he
that
got
day,
elected,
like he was
whatever.
meeting with the media, he just totally ate shit over like a step. So I don't know if he's the most athletic.
Well, I mean, some of the best people fall down when they receive their biggest awards. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence did it. Austin Berry. None of you know who Austin Berry is, but
I fall down a lot, but just because I'm clumsy.
I want berries.
I fell
Ed-
down the stairs.
Eric Berry?
So clumsy.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so we've got this Kansas City pick. They've already
We've
picked
got
a
a
kicker,
kicker
and a
or a quarterback.
So
So whatever goes happens. Whatever happens happens. So with the 20th pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select out of Slovenia kicker Zach Korosek from the user Princess Kylie. He's back.
and
Yep.
we've got two
Somewhat.
you got Prince Kyle, and Winston
I call him Princess
Kadoko,
Kyle.
all
Yep.
back, some league legends
The
right there.
season
Yeah, league
one's
legend
coming
here.
back.
Also, I'm not sure if my Slavic pronunciations are right, but I believe
It's
he has
Korosek.
that little tilde over the
Oh.
S, so it's be Korosek. but
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Korosek. Okay then. Well, if he has that over that, then I should.
Any
probably pronounce it
Slovakians in the chat? Make
I
sure
know-
to correct me
I
if I'm
know
wrong.
I know how to properly pronounce that. It's just that I didn't know that was there because it wasn't on my screen.
You could be blooded too.
This
Yeah.
is what I've been taking Russian for, just so I can pronounce the names of made up DSFL kickers.
Look, dude, he's got a
Excellent.
soccer player as his render. I mean, I'm pretty damn good at soccer pronunciation.
Okay.
I mean, Blaszczykowski, Szczęsny, just only Polish players. Cool.
Polish
There's
is like
one player
the
left.
hardest.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
very hard. I learned how to.
Wondolowski.
Wondolowski.
So we've got one player left, and it's a quarterback. And Portland,
Let's see.
I
Let's
assume they're
see
going
if
to
they
take
actually
him.
pick him. They're going to pass on him probably. With the 21st pick of the season 13 DSFL prospect draft, the Portland Pythons select out of the University of Louisville quarterback Adam Harden. That is Red Dude 99, and I have his update page, and he has 55 TPE.
Legend.
Absolute legend.
DSFL legend. Right there.
We'll see how he goes. I've seen him around, but I don't know if he's really still around. We'll see. Hopefully, he's watching this right now
Yeah.
and is happy
He's
that he
gonna
got
be in
picked.
chat like, "Hi guys, why haven't I been picked?"
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Hey,
I'm
did you
gonna be
guys
in
forget to
chat
add
like,
me?"
"Why? Hi guys, why haven't I been picked?"
Please
That's what
do.
I'm gonna be doing in chat.
So yeah, every team got a quarterback this draft.
Yeah.
Yep. And so, I mean, it's a
So,
good pick. Might as well. No foul in it, I guess.
so what do you
Another
think?
Reddit guy.
What do you think happens with these four quarterbacks after the DSFL? How do you think that this season will shape up for them? Because I mean, there's a lot of things that go into who does what within the DSFL. So do you think someone like Rose Jenkins or even I don't know Stephen Harris Jr. Climbs up the ratings, or someone like Alfredo Crisco falls, something like that? Who do you think the NSFL draft next year will look like with these
Wait,
guys?
Alfredo Crisco's a kicker. I thought you just said
Yeah,
quarterbacks.
kicker. Well, I mean, I moved it around to everybody as I
Well,
said it.
we'll definitely see Bigsby probably go higher on the list.
Yeah, that's just a GM
Yeah,
pick.
Bigsby's definitely going first overall.
The,
I can't imagine that he goes lower.
depending on how active the defensive players are, you'll probably see them getting picked around the high ends as well.
Yeah, and depending on if the Outlaws decide to wait on getting a quarterback, they might be going for Cooter, maybe Corvo, or even Rosie.
Yeah, there's just so many teams that need a quarterback right now. This big quarterback
Well, I
class
mean,
is really
soon.
coming at a great time.
Yeah, very soon. And that's why I hate position switchers, because they like ruin the idea of the fact that you can have quarterbacks coming up and like have like, oh, we're gonna need quarterbacks soon, and then suddenly a bunch of people make quarterbacks, and then they kind of like some of them fall away, some of them don't, some of them you didn't expect. Like somebody like Adam Harden might somehow spring up and be a first round pick next year.
Yeah,
If
that's also
he
where
can
the
be
rule
active, that'd be great.
propositions have been proposed, going about the QB switches.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, hopefully it'll get passed. Hopefully mine will get passed too, but whatever. No one likes my
Whatever.
rule
No one
proposals.
likes
They hate
you.
me.
No
That's
one
also
likes you.
true.
Just go away.
That's why my father left me before I was born.
Damn. But yeah, we'll
Damn.
definitely see people move around on the draft
Rip.
board, no doubt.
I'm looking. There's pretty much like 5 spots that are potentially up for grabs because I mean Borges. He's starting to hit that old age. He's becoming an old doggo. You got to look at
Old
new
woofer.
options. Then you've got
Excuse me. The how it goes is you go from a pupper to a dogger, a pupper to a doggo to a woofer.
a
So he's
woofer.
becoming a woofer. Yes, a
I
woofer.
think that's more of a. I think woofer is more of a size based,
Yeah, it
but
might
I'm
be a
not sure.
size
And
thing.
then you go to the farm up states. And
Yep, RIP. Work is
Damn
probably
it,
put out to
Raven.
pasture.
Damn it.
But yeah, you
But
got
yeah,
New Orleans is going to need a guy soon. Baltimore, I think, is fine for now, but I don't know if they're going to be looking for a guy in the future because I know Gambino, he didn't switch with the most TPE, so
no,
I'm not
and
sure.
you
yeah,
gotta
they might find
think
somebody in the draft that's better than that.
he's also season 8, which isn't old by any means, but you know,
Getting up there.
getting
It's
up
not
there
too
as well.
soon to start looking.
Exactly. So you
And
never
then you've
know.
got Arizona, obviously, going to need a quarterback after this year. And then you've
Yep.
got
Rates.
Yellowknife. They're looking big for a quarterback. And then you've got I don't
I
I
think
think they're
OCO's
going to
fine.
find an in-house option because they got Beaujolais and McCoy, but Colorado, McCormick is starting to hit regression. He just had his first this year, so like they're
Yeah, I
going to
think
need a quarterback.
the only team that's like really set for a long time at quarterback is OCO.
I mean,
OCO is good.
San
San
Antonio.
Jose, their
Oh yeah,
GM is and their co-GM is a quarterback, and Falcone hasn't had the best seasons, but is a solid
yeah,
TPE earner,
still a
enigmatic.
quarterback. Yeah, NG.
So those 3 are the only ones that are safe. I think everyone else, I mean, they need a quarterback. I'm not
Everyone
sure
else
if
wants a quarterback,
Colorado
and
is
we've
going to
got
try
four
and get
coming up.
another one, or if they're just going to keep the 2 guys that they already have. But that's, I mean, 4 quarterbacks in this draft, 4 positions open. Plus, Colorado has 2 quarterbacks, so there could be a lot of moving around, a lot of quarterbacks going high.
Well, this draft has been a preview of the new podcast that Raven and I are absolutely doing, the uh, the the backups quarterback, the backups podcast, because we're planning on being backups for life.
I want to
When
die.
do we get to have a drinking podcast?
God,
Got a bunch of random margarita mix that doesn't taste that good, but I'll do it.
The moment I
Random
find some Dutch
margarita.
Dynamite.
I'll day drink just to talk with Raven. I'm fine with it.
I feel like you day drink for whatever reason, anyways.
I mean, you're
It's
not
somebody's
wrong there.
birthday? Hell yeah.
Someone's birthday somewhere all the time.
Someone's birthday somewhere.
I'm gonna pregame when I won't have a
I
kid.
pregame for the
But
pregame.
when someone I know has a kid, I'll totally pregame for their game. Just to show up drunk. You're like, do you have a kid here? No, I'm just wasted.
I'm just wasted.
It's like, is this the
You're
NBA
allowed
game?
to do that in
Or
Ireland. We
this
can
is,
ask Dermo about it.
This is
We can
Arkansas.
ask
What are you
Dermo.
doing? There's no NBA team here.
We can ask Dermo. You could probably do that in Ireland. Just show up drunk to a random youth soccer team's game.
I'll show up drunk to Dermot's club.
Dermot's
college
Mitzvah.
game.
Dermot's mitzvah. Excellent.
All right, this has been great. I think we nailed it.
This is the best.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? This is much better than the NSFL draft. I think we stayed more on topic.
Yeah, we stayed on topic and we still said random shit. So basically, we met all of our criteria.
We met everything. We were doing great for this one. So yeah, thank you guys for
We were
listening.
doing great until we hit the whole Sableye part.
Yep, and it went on down.
Yeah, that went downhill. So yeah, I'm Jiggly.
Raven.
I'm Raven.
I'm a Dwyer.
Cool.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, bye. That's the part where you're supposed to cut off.
Cool.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
supposed to cut. Damn it!
Sorry, I'll cut it right now. Sorry.